Tá an cógáil féin lóistín na hÉireann ar tóil le fethe héan blian chun tacaíocht slíomhhara go díreacha le Let's Go Self-Catering agus ide sa chur ar fáil den na bíl atá formhóra ina grúpi beaga éanrach faoin tua. In Ireland, we have no clear data at the moment on the number of short-term tourism lets, and I can explain that later on if you wish. But the ISCF has called for a register for short-term tourism lets since 2019, and we sat in front of a committee here in 2019 asking for the same. The only thing I can reference is in Scotland, where they have a register which has 16,949 self-catering houses in it, units. It sees 3.4 million visitors a year per night, and it's worth £723 million. The rent pressure zones were brought in 2019 in Dublin urban areas only, but have now spread to 50 electoral areas throughout the country. And it's a real worry in the sector that will not get planning permission in these areas within the present legislation. In fact, I found out it's 2016 legislation they're working on in planning. At the launch of the register, the Minister for Tourism, Catherine Martin, stated that 12,000 self-catering units would be closed down. We've estimated the financial loss of such rental income would be 27 million per annum to rural economies. A register for self-catering is essential to the development of the sector, and the foundation of a bill is flawed because it relies on the Department of Housing providing a workable planning solution. The guidelines for planners and owners of short-term rental in rent pressure zones have not yet been provided, despite a year of talks by the Self-Catering Federation with the Department. Now the bill calls for all short-term rental in urban and rural areas to have a commercial licence, whatever the age of the property. In rural areas, there should be no need for planning permission. Self-catering accommodation businesses that have operated in the tourism space for 7 years or more should be allowed to trade, and families who have diversified for their farm or family income. We want the Department of Housing to come back with concrete proposals at the next round table meeting, which will support the tourism development and allow the register for short-term tourism letting to be enacted. For those who wish to set up new self-catering businesses, there needs to be a reasonable cost in pre-planning if they want to set up a business. The present proposed legislation will cause many second homes to lie empty in rural Ireland, drive the sector to be managed from outside the EU, and provide little extra urban housing. Building more homes is a solution to our housing crisis. Please don't punish our rural families whose incomes included in their short-term rentals.